Hey, Jason Rice here with another lot party quick tip. I can actually do it this time because at the house, the basement of the house, I wasn't able to do that before. So here we go. I kind of touched base on this on my last tip, and that's talking about you got to be there's some cars to be concerned about, and what you got to realize too. That's what I'm going to hit on. So it might be a little bit shorter video. You got to realize your website needs to be able to do what you've always done on the showroom floor. So this mostly has to do with anybody that's coming back into the market with limited showroom traffic, that people have to schedule appointments and maybe have to bring vehicles to them, and even normal dealerships now, because customers are going to be shopping more intensely or expecting certain services from you. And I brought this up again on my last video tip, but that's why I'm bringing it up. It's very important. Is there's going to be cars on your lot that's going to be a little bit trickier to get rid of. And what I mean by that, there's a lot of cars that were those switch cars, payment cars, that, I brought it up, and I'll continue to say, I was on a call with a dealer and we looked at a truck, and he's like, oh yeah, that's a perfect truck. Whenever I got a customer, come and visit the showroom wanting a $400 payment, I'd put them on that kind of truck. Think about it. Again, on a call with the Ford store, they had Ford C-Max, they had Chevy Sonics, they have Kia Souls. Who is going online looking for Ford C-Max? They're not. And so those were perfect cars that they're able to take customers and switch them to. Now, this particular dealer had a lot of Volkswagen Jettas, and they are able to buy them cheap, and they weren't doing them because people were needing Volkswagen Jettas. They're doing them because they're a good car to put somebody on that 250 payment. And so that floor traffic will allow them to go buy 20, 30 of these things and sell them quick, make a few bucks, and just kept doing it. Well, now without that floor traffic there to put these people on, the payment buyer, the subprime buyer, the equity buyer, those people that come in and might be a couple grand out of round, you got to find a different car. You might have that customer coming in thinking they can get this car for $300 a month, and it's $400 a month, so you got to try to switch them to something else. You might have that customer comes in just looking for something around $250, $300 a month. So my point is, what your website needs to do what your showroom did. You used to be able to do that here. And so what you need to have, especially on your website and left reel searches, when customer go look for used cars, I would have payment buckets. Customer can look for cars that are $250 to $300 a month. Customers can look for cars at $350 to $300 to $350 a month, and have those payments displayed. I know there's companies like Dealer Teamwork, Eric, Sean, Jim, Klaus. They all do a great job there. Reach out to them. There might be other companies too that do similar type of layouts for your pages, but you could do payments and have maybe a drop down to allow customers or you to be able to link those customers to those cars. When you get a lead, you talk to a customer, you get a credit app, talk to a customer, and they're like, well, we're just really trying to find an SUV for $300 to $350 a month. Go to your website, $350 a month SUV, send them the link and say, here's the cars, just like you would on your showroom floor. And I talked about communication. Bring up emails. Talked about communication is going to be real important. And one of the things we help dealerships is internet process management, lead management and stuff. And communications and emails are going to be real important. So what I mean by that, it's just like on your showroom floor. We would look at emails from dealerships, and that salesperson might have got a lead, and the salesperson just told them, oh, sorry, that car sold, and left them there. I said, imagine if that customer was on your showroom floor. Would you have done that? Would you have gone in there would you have gone in there and had a customer walk on your showroom floor saying, hey, I'm here for the 2017 Ford Escape SE, and you go and you tell them, oh no, sorry, that car sold, and just turn around and walked away? That's essentially what you just did in that email. So again, what's happening on the showroom floor is what we need to duplicate both on our website and our process management. We wouldn't walk up to the customer, hey, this is Jason Rice, nice to meet you. What's your name? Okay, what are you here for? The black 2017 Ford Escape. Oh, that car sold, and walk away. But that's what we're doing in our emails. Why would you say, oh, sorry, that car's no longer available? When we ask them, are you looking for that particular make and model? Or are you just looking for an SUV in that price point? And try to then, just like we would on the showroom floor, slow them down, try to figure out exactly what they want, maybe sit down, qualify them, and then go, oh man, just found out that car's no longer available, but here's others that do match that need. What's up, Mr. Egan's? Hey, Ray, and notice that again, you're cycling. It'd be cool to try to hook up with that. James, hey, James, hey, Ryan. So again, whatever happens on the showroom floor, you need to duplicate on your website, be able to allow customers to shop by payments, because you're going to have a set of cars. It might be 30, it might be 50% of your inventory. Again, not too many people looking for Kia Souls, and they go, oh wow, or Chevy Sonics or Ford C-Maxes. So how do you get that car in front of people? That's my next point is SEO, SEM. Now, I did talk to Eric from Dealer Teamwork about this. They have a solution for it, but you got to get on these third-party sites. You got to get on autotradercars.com, Car Gurus, where these customers are shopping. Two reasons. Again, how do you get a Ford C-Max in front of somebody? If you're looking on SEO, SEM, you're relying on somebody saying, I want a Ford C-Max, and your SEM ad and your SEM campaign shows up. Again, talk to Eric. They found a way around some of that stuff and some stats. Matter of fact, we're going to do a webinar with them in probably a week or two. Me and Eric are going to go over some of these ideas. Ryan, it's consistent training to have salesmen to ask when yes, exactly. Ask that when they're taking phone calls. So we do that on phone calls. Do we do it on emails? Do we do it on our website? So, you want to make sure that you get on these third-party sites, because I guarantee you Carvana is going to bury your inventory, and they're going to go full bore during this pandemic, and the way they can sell a customer a car by touchless. Vroom is another provider that's like Carvana, and man, I'm seeing in my market they're flooding advertising for Vroom in my market. So I guarantee you those companies are on these third-party sites where the customers are shopping. So marketing firms, again, Dealer Teamworks Marketing, I bring them up because I talked to Eric about this stuff this morning. He was telling me some stuff that they're working on, or that is working for dealers with SEO, SEM, but he agreed, dealers, you just can't wrap it up. You need to be on these other sites. So my point with that is, if you're on autotradercars.com, Car Guru, I would bump up my packaging probably if you can. Two, when you think of your spotlight ads and stuff, don't waste them on your age cars and stuff like that. People look for Ford Explorers. Just because you have an age Ford Explorer don't necessarily mean you need to waste a spotlight at it. Put that spotlight on that Ford C-Max, or that Chevy Sonic. Put your spotlights on those type of cars that, again, are those niche cars that you're trying to find people to put them on, that we used to be able to have. Vroom, there we go. Thanks, Rob. Vroom is the one that's sending all the money, not with Carvana, that's putting a lot of ad out there. So obviously Rob's probably heard that. Sorry about that. What'd I say? Anyways, the Vroom is another company like Carvana that's pushing a lot of ads. And I guarantee these guys are going to be on these sites, SEO, SEM, and they're going to be everywhere, and they're going to spend top dollars to bury you guys and relevancies on these sites. So step up your game on those sites. If you're not on at least 2 of the 3, I would get there. Because again, you got cars that were just good showroom switch cars that it's going to be hard if you don't have ups coming in and people visiting you, body language, control of the deal, control of what they're looking at, sitting them down, pulling up cars that you feel like fit their needs. They're just randomly going to be out there searching for stuff, and they might look for a Ford C-Max, but if not, you at least if they're on these sites, they're looking for that particular type of vehicle in a certain price point, and your cars need to be there. So I would up my game on these third-party sites. I'm not pro or anti. There are ones that I don't care for very much in their business model. I do know a couple of them out there. So again, regardless, I would make sure. I mean, the dealer I was in the call with this morning had their rep running their spotlight ads for him. Okay, I wouldn't be doing that. you know, when you have your rep running your spotlights for you, or an automatic, you know, just have it go for the next oldest car, you're really wasting those spotlight ads. You're going to have to put them on these type of cars. So flat pricing is going to be huge too, 20 grand instead of 19,995. Rob, it looks like Ryan's calling you out in the comments. Because customers are going to look for 20 to 25 grand cars. You want to maximize your searches there too, because people are going to be on budgets. So get your website, long and skinny, too long than I thought. Get your website with payments if you can. See if your website provider can do that. There's marketing firms, I think, that give you the layout to do it. Again, I know Dealer Teamwork does something similar to that. I don't know if you have to do a whole website package or just a layout package with them. Don't know. Just reach out to them or a similar company. Get these cars in the forefront. Also make sure you have 10 grand or less type links on your website for people looking for those cheap cars. Spotlight those cars. Think of that. Old Zalero, $2,000, $3,000 old Zalero you have on your lot, or that 8 grand Ford Taurus you have on your lot. Good cash car, good cheap cars, but who's looking for Tauruses or old Zalero? Again, these are going to be either they're going to be looking for it by dollar amount or payments, and make it available, because you can do it on your showroom. You need to do it on your sites. Communicate like you're on your showroom when you talk to people on the phone and emails. Thanks, Rob. Give me a call or email if you need anything. Thanks for the shout out there, Rob. 844-LOTPOP4, jrice@lotpop.com. Free inventory evaluations there. Matter of fact, if you're not a client, I got some downtime for my guys. If you want us to go through your inventory and give you not just our free inventory evaluation, because that's kind of a demo too, but if you say, hey, Jason, because you need to get rid of your photos that have snow in the background, you need to get rid of your photos that have bare leaves in the background. You probably got bad pictures with check engine lights or things that your dash says it's 30 degrees outside when it's really 70 degrees. You know, let us maybe weed through your inventory, catch stuff like that, and give you a list of stuff that we find wrong with your inventory. We'll go through it. Email me, jrice@lotpop.com. We'll do that for you for free. If you're a dealer out there that's not a client, we can get you through there. So hope this is helpful. Talk to you next time.